Hey there, how's it going, everybody? In this video, I want to take you through a bit of an educational topic here, explaining what a Salesforce package is and how you can use it to extend your Salesforce org to do things that were not possible before, or just to do things that would save you a lot of time. If someone else built a useful solution, you can install their solution and it can be deployed for you in a matter of minutes rather than trying to rebuild everything from scratch. And we're going to go into some lore explaining exactly what a Salesforce package is, what the different types are, and how you can use them. So I've made some nice visuals here in Figma. So we're going to get started with the basics. What is a Salesforce package? So a Salesforce package is a container that bundles metadata into an installable unit. So metadata is a very broad term that basically, in the context of Salesforce, represents anything that you do in the Salesforce UI. For example, you could create a custom object. That becomes metadata. You could just create a custom field on an existing object. That's metadata. You could write an Apex class or make a Lightning Web component. That can also be saved as metadata. You could even build a full-fledged application. That is metadata. And all of this stuff can get packaged into a container and then it can be distributed to Salesforce customers. So here we have the little truck representing the distribution of packages. You can think of that as just an installation link. A Salesforce developer will make some sort of package. You can access this link and you can then install it onto your org. Either it will be a paid solution and you access it through something like the App Exchange, or the developer just gives you the link directly to install it, and it could be an unpaid solution. You can also use these types of links internally if you want to just pass around metadata amongst your teams. Once you have the package installation link, the administrator or whoever manages your Salesforce would install the link, and then they would be able to access the metadata and functionality that is within that package without having to build that themselves. All right. Now, the next thing that we should cover is that there are more than one type of package. So there is managed packages and there are unmanaged packages, and there are also unlocked packages. So managed packages are managed entirely by the developer who created them. These are often distributed through the App Exchange and they are upgradable. The downside to these is that you can't actually edit any of the components in them to build on top of them. You can reference the fields or objects, but you can't build or directly change any of the fields. Now that's different than an unmanaged or an unlocked package, where in an unmanaged package, once you install the metadata, you can actually edit them as much as you want. So these are really good for a one-time installation. However, the downside for an unmanaged package is you can't receive updates from the developer. However, Salesforce also now offers unlocked packages, which are basically very similar to unmanaged packages, except they can still receive updates from the developer. So that's a high-level overview. Now I'm going to give you a real-life example of what this actually looks like. So I'm in a demo org here, which has a couple packages installed. One of them is Gauge. It's a package that I created, and it consists of a lot of components. It's an application. So let's go ahead and look at what's in it, and then I will show you some of the metadata. So you'll see a bunch of Apex classes, a bunch of Lightning Web components, a bunch of custom fields, so on and so forth. All of this stuff is metadata. There's some settings here. These are fields on a custom object. So as you can see, these packages can get quite large. Now just to show you what the actual app looks like, this is it. All of this is a Lightning Web component, which technically is metadata. Some of these objects here are stored in custom objects and fields. and they're also packaged. All these settings here get stored in a custom object, which is also metadata. So this is an example of a managed package. Now, as far as an unmanaged package, I'll show you what that looks like. So I have this ebook I created which explains how to build renewal architecture in Salesforce, but we also provided you with unlocked packages so you can directly install this for free. Now, the link is directly given to you, so if you were to go here and copy it, paste the URL, it is going to take you to the installation page where you can install for admins or all users. Let's take a look at the components here of this package. So here it's actually just a bunch of custom fields, and it looks like we have some resources here. So page layout, record types, list views. We have a flow as well, so that's automation, also getting packaged as metadata. And you can just go ahead and install this. Now this might fail because there are similar fields already in this demo org, but I just wanted to give you an example of what this actually looks like. So let's see what happens. All right, so it looks like that actually worked. So we'll click done. So now we can see this unlocked package is installed, and you can see it's marked differently. So this little icon here means that it's not managed and it's unlocked. Again, you can click into this. You can see the components that we added. So contract start date, for example, let's go ahead and look at that field. So now we are looking at this field. I'm gonna switch to Lightning, go to setup, and look at that field. So this field was installed into this demo org, and you can see it's part of a package here. You'll lose any edits you make directly in the org if you reinstall or upgrade the package. So just take note of that. If you do upgrade it and you've made changes to this, it will, and it may cause problems, but you could rename this, for example. And now we have all the same functionality that we got from this unlock package in our org, and we can edit the fields. So I'm not going to show you what the functionality does. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to install this and get all of the components directly on your instance rather than having to build them yourselves. And it can be useful if you see architecture that you like and you wish to implement it. If the creator of that architecture has made a package, you can save hours of time just by installing what they did. And then even if you want to customize it, all you have to do is just go in and edit their package. Whereas if it was a managed package, you can't actually do that. So I will conclude this video at that. I hope you enjoyed. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Thank you.